My name is Javi, as you all know by now, but I introduced Jordan Andrews to the world, and he's occupied here with MoNtE, my little alien child, and of course we're here to ask him some questions about his art and everything, and I'm ready to introduce the world to Jordan. So my first question for you is, what kind of art do you create? What do you make?
So I guess if you're going by my degree plan, I'm a new media major as well as a photography major. A lot of people don't really understand what new media is, but they kind of sort of understand all the elements of new media. It's very like CRT televisions, old boxy TVs,
right,
and like projectors and that type of stuff. So it's sort of working with different medium like that, working with technology. Also with photography, I'm trying to, I guess, blend the two.
Right.
Be able to bring the moving image into photography and, bring photography into new media,
Right.
I guess. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, synergy.
What does it do for you when you create what you make?
Well, personally, I use art, I guess, as a means to, at this point in time, explore myself and, I guess, construct my own reality through whether that be like digital manipulation or I wanted to show really quick. There's two examples of my different kinds of work that I do.
Work, by the way.
I'm gonna hand this off to you really quick. So this is one of I call it analog manipulation because I can use things like Photoshop, but I think one of the most interesting things that you can do is sort of just look at the world around you,
right,
see all the different strange things that can happen.
Yeah. Different things that you can do with an image as opposed to just the typical norms.
Right. What's really to say about this one? I think this sort of encapsulates new media itself, recognizing that we all, in our own kind of way, are cyborgs, you know what I mean? We use technology as an extension of ourselves. A lot of us, can't live without our phones, and it's sort of accepting this reality, I suppose, and synergizing and using, the best parts of each to become a stronger individual.
Sick, man, I love it. If this is how you felt, or like how you take it when you create these masterpieces, I would call them, in what way do you think it affects others,
Honestly, I've had people tell me that my art is cool and they like it and it's very interesting, but I guess every piece of art I've ever made is sort of in relation to my own experience and reflection of myself, so I guess it would have to be a conscious effort in order to expand my art to where, I guess it's more accessible to more people, I suppose.
I get that.
But as of this point in time, I'm mostly concerned with doing art as a means of,
self-reflection.
Exactly.
I get that. So let's talk about that process. What does it look like for you? What's your process when you start, trying to make something new?
Well, my process is very, I guess, personal. It's very by myself most of the time. I guess my process is pretty much cataloging all of the ideas that I have. I use my Notes app on my phone. I'll take a night and just spend the entire night just sort of, even like 5-6 hours. For instance, the virus one, that was very candid, you know what I mean? And then I just took that photo in my car. But I did all the editing afterwards. However, like the spoon photo, that was a very elaborate setup and it required a lot of planning and that type of thing. So it's just sort of different, case by case thing, depending on what the idea is. But some things are very sporadic and immediate and just very impulsive. Others are very
I love
methodic.
Like yeah. The next question I wanted to ask really has to do with what we're going through right now with the coronavirus and everything. I know every artist out there has been impacted by the coronavirus in some way, shape, or form. So my question to you is, has it affected you any, and if so, how so, or if any at all? Because some people, sometimes it doesn't really hit everyone like it would someone else.
Well, after describing my process, you can probably imagine that, just being quarantined and being forced to stay inside really didn't affect my process too much. Though, however, I guess the general state of the world and, the places that I guess sort of broader conversation is going as far as, things concerning like the coronavirus for sure, but also, major politics and George Floyd and things like that. All these major things that are happening in the world. It's important to, I guess, make sure your art is reflective of this time period and, I don't know, it's been tough for me to be able to, I guess, incorporate these ideas into my work, because like I was saying, I've really only made art that was in service to myself. I guess this time has allowed me to reflect on what I should actually be using my efforts towards, and I want to be able to
100%.
continue to use, art as a means of self-reflection, but also I want to be able to, like you were saying earlier, be able to touch other people and be able to, I don't know, I guess, have something to say.
We saw a few of your pieces here. What currently are you also working on, or just about to start working on here in the near future for everyone to hear and know about?
Yeah, so I was telling you about wanting to be more political with my art in the future, especially because now I have the knowledge that I have, and I have a few new friends who are sort of gotten me into politics, and have made me understand why it's so important, I guess, to be a part of the conversation. And so I've been working with a few artists. This girl that I'm working with, shout out Carol, she's a painter, and so we're going to be doing a new media painting, sort of moving painting, sort of we'll figure it out. But,
it's a work in progress.
But it's going to be a reflection on sort of everything that's happened in 2020.
That's all it does.
So I'm excited for that. But I guess it's just sort of going to be trial and error, from here on out. Though I do want to continue the sort of self-reflection that I've been doing in my art recently.
Okay, well, here at Tales of a Dentonian, if you didn't know, it also revolves around music. Well, I wanted to ask you, man, what are you listening to as far as the local scene here in Denton? I know I've gotten you onto a couple bands myself, but really what strikes your ears? What are you really listening to at the moment yourself?
Yeah, well, the first local band that I got super into was this band called Dark Rooms, and specifically their self-titled. I love Dark Rooms. I love Acid Carousel, obviously. How could you not?
They're amazing.
I've always really liked the Brawlettes as well. They're a very cool local band. Love their sound.
Super hip.
Let me think one more. Probably, I haven't retained any of their songs so far, but anytime you put on Dead Soul, then I really fucking with Dead Soul.
They are the band, man. I can't wait to maybe hopefully feature them or get them on here sometime, but we're focusing on artists right now, but later on, with hopefully the coronavirus coming to an end at some point, who knows when, we can start jumping into talking to a couple of these bands. For now, we'll stick to artists and stuff like that, but I just want to say thank you, Jordan, for your time. I know that you're going to be behind the scenes after this video, helping me, doing the edits and just getting everything together. You're someone that is my right-hand man when it comes to Tales of a Dentonian, so doing this first video of you, I'm really excited about. I hope you are as well, I know.
Yeah, man.
This video is for Jordan, everybody, and we're gonna be featuring a lot more of his art, throughout the video. So if you have any last words for everybody.
I just want to say I'm definitely as excited as you are, for sure. I feel like this has been a long time coming. It's right now too. It feels right. It makes sense right now. So it's just kind of a perfect storm. I think that's coming along.
I'm excited, man. Well, thank you guys. We can't wait for y'all to watch this and see everything. Continue to tune in to Tales of a Dentonian, because this is a movement that we're going to continue from here moving forward. So thank you guys. Peace.